Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be making a cookie recipe. I did post about losing all my footage. I was finally able to recover it. I don't know what happened. I ended up deleting a bunch of stuff and all of a sudden it was recognized on my computer and that's how I did it. So anyway, I'll show you how to make this super easy, fluffy cookie recipe. It's so delicious and I just love to make it, and it does not last long in my house at all. Okay, and as I'm trying to do my intro, I have the crew here fighting over my attention. We have King, our American Bulldog, and Jupiter, our new Scottish Straight Cat, and yeah, these are my babies. Okay guys, there's enough of Mom to go around. So you guys can use whatever jam you want for this recipe. I just use a crabapple jam that my mother-in-law made, and it's homemade, and that's what I had available to me. You can use whatever you want for this recipe. You can also use different types of flour. It will be a little bit different as far as the texture goes. Sorry, there's a lot of animal noise underneath me. Anyway, so sometimes I add just like a oat flour. I do like a fine oat flour, and sometimes I do like a oat flour that has a little bit of chunk and then the fine mixed. So I have done it like that and it still turns out fine, but I'll show you the difference in the cookies. They just look like a little bit more of a rustic cookie when I'm using that just oat flour, or the mix that I like to call it, where it's a little bit of the oat pieces are still showing through, and then the flour. I do like that texture sometimes, so I do make a jar of that every time I do my oat flour. So yeah, and then if I use spelt flour, I'll show you what it looks like. It's a little more smoother on the cookie, but they both taste equally as delicious, so that's not an issue. It just depends on what you want to use and what you have available. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's just get right into the recipe. Super easy. As you can see, very easy ingredients that pretty much anybody can find. We just have spelt flour, we have unsweetened applesauce, we have unsweetened almond milk is what I used. You can use whatever you can find. Baking powder, and then I'm using some cane sugar, and also I have a little bit of vanilla extract, and it's the good kind, but it really does last a long time and you just need a tiny bit of it. So as far as the dry ingredients go, I have 2 cups of spelt flour and 1/3 of a cup of my cane sugar. I have a sprinkle of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So my wet ingredients are also very simple. I'm just throwing in 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened applesauce, 1 teaspoon of that pure vanilla extract, and yes, it is a little pricey, but it will last you quite a long time, and we only need a teaspoon. If you had the other stuff that is not the pure vanilla extract, then you'd probably have to put at least double. So I'm also using 1/3 of a cup of jam. I'm using crabapple jam, but you can use whatever jam you have on hand. So I'm showing you guys a very rustic version of this. Like if I wanted to, I could do all the dry ingredients in one bowl and all the wet ingredients in the other, but really I'm just using one bowl for the whole recipe, and I'm showing you that we can still make this recipe even if you only have one bowl at home and very few accessories in your kitchen. You can still whip together something very healthy and tasty with very few things. So just make a little indentation in it and kind of shape your cookie. So you might want to just make it a little more round and even, and you're just going to make a little indentation so that you can put your jam in the middle. Okay, that is it. Very simple, very easy. Again, using very few ingredients. And my son helps me, and he's 5 years old. He can make these cookies in a jiffy with me. And really, it's just if you're in a pinch, these are all ingredients that most people have at home and you can make. And it's a healthy cookie. You can even add flax if you want to in your cookie for added omegas. You can add hemp hearts if you want. We've done that before as well. But these are just the basic cookie, and they always turn out really good. Okay guys, this is how the cookies turned out. They are cooled off. Allow them to cool on the pan completely before you remove them and put them in an airtight container. I usually have a glass domed cake pan that I use on my table, and that's where I put it. And if I make too many, then I will place them in a container in the fridge, but usually they're eaten quite quickly, so I can keep them out on the table, not a problem. So yeah, these are super fluffy and delicious. They're really good to keep on hand if you are in a rush, you need something in the car, you need something on your long commute to work, that you need a healthy snack. These are the perfect cookie for that. So these are the more rustic version with the oats, and this is how it turned out. Again, they both taste equally as delicious, but they look a little different. This one is not as smooth and round like the other fluffy ones, but again, it tastes really good, and I do make it a lot with just the plain oats. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and that way you don't miss any upcoming content with quick and easy recipes and wellness tips. Thanks so much, guys. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.